Okay, Revos here. We are less than a day from the release of DMZ and Warzone 2, so I just want to cover over some things you can expect as it released. Lupo has been letting streamers use his footage. Do give a shout out to Lupo. I will leave a link to his channel down below. I must say, watching him play the DMZ stream, kind of excited. Maybe I might even, dare I say, get this game. But let's go over some of the things that you can expect from this. So DMZ is an extraction royale where you can either loot, you gather your loot and hold it out, or extract and get out, or the time runs out, which is kind of like scavengers. I heard Escape from Tarkov, but I've never played the game. The game I played like that is a game called Scavengers. It is one of my very first videos on this channel, actually. And it's going to be a mixture of AI and players. They're saying the rooms are up to 64 players, even more, some are saying. Several massive maps. You pick up gear throughout the whole level. You just have to extract to keep it. The map closes in periodically, like Apex Legends and Scavengers. And now forcing you to get closer and closer to these extraction points, in which of course you'll be meeting various players in AI. Well, the AI is going to be there just to mess with you, but other players looking to extract as well, which if you kill them, you can take their gear. You can now, before you load in, there's going to be different factions. You can choose these factions and choose missions for these factions to build up rep with them, and also your experience with them. The more rep you have with them, the more higher class missions they have, higher class rewards they have. I think that's an interesting dynamic. Now you can customize your loadouts before you drop in. You will have several things, including a backpack, which you'll be able to use to contain several keys for special doors that are located throughout the boards. I'm guessing these doors would be to special stash rooms or safe houses where you can get gear, med packs, things of that nature. Now when you drop, you can have up to a squad of 3 people, but they're saying there may be a feature where you can actually merge the teams. I do think that's interesting. Like, you and your group, maybe you lost a person, or you just realized that, hey, we need to get through this together. Let's combine, work together as a group to get out of here. I think that is a very interesting dynamic here. You also have it to where they're gonna be having different type of specialized gear, gas masks, things like that. You might need gas masks for radioactive areas, so you can go into those areas and get even higher class gear. Have a little Division, Dark Zone type feel to it. I think that's also interesting. I did also play Division, so that sticks out to me. Now, located in these areas are buying stations. You can go refill, buy more gear, upgrade your gear as you're playing, switch out. They also have contraband gear. This gear will be specialized gear, but you will not be able to change the mods on it or the perks on it. Whatever you get from that contraband gear, that's what you got. Now, there's going to be several vehicles here. These vehicles are going to be scattered throughout, low on fuel, not limited fuel, but then get you from point A to point B. If you take any damage or the vehicle is damaged, you can take it to a gas station, or even at the gas station repair it. So that's completely new. Excuse me, for me, that kind of setup. And so I'm really interested in seeing what they have here. Now, also, they are saying about there's going to be different types of missions, as I said. We're about capturing UAV points, getting intel from certain areas, or picking up a cargo from certain areas, getting it from point A to point B. Now, there's also strongholds where they have stronger AI. Now, in Lupo's stream, these AI are no joke. They actually took out Lupo Squad several times, making long snipes, playing very aggressive, very tactical. So this is not going to be your run-of-the-mill loot bags, you know, just to get your kills up type AI at these strongholds. Also at the strongholds, you do have it to where there's going to be a boss AI with health, massive health, also playing strategically, and you kill them and they drop exotic loot. Now, one of the things I do think about this loot thing is how does extracting this loot work? Let's say you get I'm not sure if it's in this game. I might get this game, but my favorite gun from Call of Duty is Scar. Let's say you get a pimped out Scar. If I get a Scar with the perfect mods on it, the perfect attachments, and I extract it, is it just for this mode? How does it? I feel like they have to do more. I do think this is a very interesting concept, but for the replay loop, what would be the purpose of extracting the gear? Because right now, you know, of course you want to win, but one of the things that can keep people playing, if this is where you can get some very nice guns decked out or partially decked out, how does that work? Is it only going to be for DMZ? Is it only going to be, or can you use these guns elsewhere? That's interesting because that'll keep people coming back if they can keep getting these modded guns and, you know, these attachments or these exotic attachments. I think that's an interesting dynamic. Now, there will be AI dropping throughout the game, filling up the space. So thank God you've played these type of games. You do know you may be, depending on how massive these maps are, you could be playing for a while before you see anybody. So that'll keep it refreshing. Won't be so much downtime running, moving around. You may get some more combat with these AI randomly jumping in, dropping in. You also have it to where juggernauts are going to be coming in. They're bullet sponges. You can take them out or leave them, whichever one you choose. I wouldn't even bother in this game mode. By the time you start taking out Juggernaut, all that shooting, you're just gonna be saying, "Hey, I'm over here." But also, if you do die, of course, you do lose your gear. Now, there is certain called insured slots where if something happens and you lose that gear, the insured slots you do not lose. But if you don't have any insured slots, you lose the gear. Your faction progress and any experience you gain during this time will remain. So if you are able to complete a mission, if you were building up rep, that stays. But everything else leaves. So this mode, of course, I do think it's a very interesting dynamic, a big change up. They were saying this is supposed to be like Tarkov. From what people who've played Tarkov are saying, this is not like Tarkov. They're saying it's something like Plunder. Never heard of Plunder. Don't know what that's about. They said that's a Call of Duty mode. This may summon me onto the battlefield here. Of course, this also will be starting the Season 1 loop. With this will be Warzone 2. So these two will be dropping hand in hand on Wednesday. So you seeing a lot of people are already getting up and getting ready to hit these modes, working with it, getting their teams together. But I am thoroughly interested in how this plays out. Are you? Let me know in your comments down below. Again, like, share, subscribe, and of course, this is Rivos, and I am out.